Hi there guys, this is Farmer Bob. Welcome back to my channel. Great to be back guys with another exciting new venture or will I say project that I've finished. Great, as you guys know, a few days back I released a starter map for Farming Simulator 19 and yes, I've done the version 2 of it, which is awesome. You're going to really enjoy this one. I hope you haven't done too much work on that previous one because this one is going to really take off the charts, you know. So let's get stuck in and I'll quickly show you what this map is all about. It's a normal 2x map first of all, but let's go into the game quick and have a quick browse on what is going on. And while we're waiting, a good time for you, while we're going into the game, just hit that subscribe and the like if you haven't done that yet. I really appreciate that, guys. And it's, as always, wonderful to have you aboard. And also a big thank you to my sponsors and my supporters. To get all this stuff going, let's see what I need, just for the fun, you know. The error log is clean. I haven't found any errors on it, so they should be well. I have tested everything that you see on the map. There's nothing on the map that's not working. So how this map now works basically, for you guys who are map makers, it is seasons ready, guys. As you can see there, it's springtime and the trees is losing their leaves, like you know, which means that you can now load your favorite geo to play on and you will have the correct geographical data and everything needed to run your map, you know. So there you go, guys. As you can see, a lot has changed. What I've done this time around, just want to tune my mouse sensitivity a bit. There you go. I have added every building to every sell point that you can think on the map. And you can see it here. Here they are all in a row. We will quickly run through all of them and just give you a browse. And what's now nice about this, guys, is you can now build your map and put every building here just into place where you want it, and just move its appropriate little sell point and triggers and little markers. That's the three things. It's the building, the triggers and the markers. That's what you need to move about. And then just in your XML, in your default items XML, give the right coordinates for everything, with one thing that is needed to be changed in the normal game XML, not the game XML, yeah, the map XML, is this little icon for the shop. Obviously you have to set that hotspot to the X and Y coordinates as well. And when you do the shop, when you move this little shop icon, remember to put the coordinates for the shop icon, the shop trigger. That is the coordinates for the actual shop. And then your vehicle sell point is here. I'm running ahead now, guys, sorry. When you do the vehicle sell point also, just remember, what did I want to say about that now? Can't remember now. I interrupted myself. My chain of thought. My word. The vehicle sell point itself, yeah, just move it with its trigger. That's important. Okay, so let's start here in the beginning. I've got the trees there in the back. Every tree that you can think of in the standard maps. There's some palm trees and there's some water stuff for you, some smoke generators and vapor generators or whatever you want to call it. And you can move these trees about, duplicate them, put them all around, and all should be well, man. Then first of all, I've got one silo for the farm and two silos for the farm, so you can move these silos about. And just one thing, guys, with the silos, I just want to get into my map directory here, Farmer Bob's map. If you go into the map directory for your silos, go to maps, placeables, and all the placeables basically is in here. There's Farmsilos, and then in here, Farmsilo large, you can specify the type of storage that it takes here by fill types. And remember to duplicate them here as well. There's two fill types that you have to change. They must be the same. Great, so just to give you a heads up there. And then the next thing is the sell points, the two sell points. In other words, if you look in your sell points here, there's two, the restaurant and the ranch. I've already made the multi-fruit, so you can sell all the fruits that's available at the sell points. But you can also change that obviously to your heart's content by doing the same thing in the folders for it. You can go placeables, sell points, and then you'll see these the stores. There's the ranch, and then the restaurant. So if you change whatever sells here, you can add and remove just to your heart's content what you want to sell. Good, so that is cleared up. Then the next thing, so that's the two sell points. So you move them with their triggers and you'll be happy. The farmhouse, the same with that, just move it and put it into place and move its trigger as well in your and the trigger for it will be obviously the position data for the house. Then there's the sell point, the other one of the other silo. Then we have a gas station, guys. Move the gas station with its trigger into its place wherever you want it on the map, and all should be well. The shop we've already covered in detail. The next up is our that's part of the garage. Then we've got here a this is a heating plant. So in other words, you bring all your bales and your straw bales and grass bales and whatever. This is called the barn. So this sell point is the barn. If you look here, there it is. It will take all your excess bales and stuff you don't want and will convert that into gas. So this is a gasifying plant. Very nice for that. And then last but not least, everyone knows the BGA. I've put the whole BGA complex down here. You can move it into place. It all works. There's your two pits for the silage. And this is where you drop your bales of silage and straw and whatever you want to put here. There's the little trigger, the little thingamabob. And with the BGA, guys, just a tip, when you move the BGA as well, the BGA itself, the working part of it in the game is just the triggers, but it's all one unit. So to align it, you use this pipe. Put this pipe for that liquid stuff. I can't remember the name for it now, the digestate. The digestate, align this pipe trigger, and then once you've got that, you just turn the angle until that little display icon is there. And you can also use the sides of the bunker to align that, because it's all one unit. The triggers for this, the trigger for that, and the trigger for this, it's all one unit. So you have to move that whole unit about until all three of them align properly, you know. But the easiest is to use the pipe just to get it into place and then rotate it until it fits. That's basically what I've done, and it works well. Good. Right, and then on this side, I'm going to run down. Good, sure. I'm almost out of breath. Talking so much. Good. Right here at the start, I think it's the animal sell point, or the animal dealer. There it is, yeah. The whole animal dealer for you. You can move that about into its place, and then the trigger for it is here. You'll see this one is a bit floating in the air, so I didn't place the markers nicely. So just move the markers properly, and then the trigger obviously is over there. And yeah, remember now, guys, your trigger is the actual working part of the actual thing. The building doesn't have no functionality. So in your editor, the building you can replace with anything and just put the trigger, move the trigger next to it, you know, that type of thing. I hope you understand. And then the next thing is the spinnery. That's a nice spinnery for you there. Move that into place, and its trigger is here, also floating in the air, I see. I didn't put that one down nice. That's what happens when you control B, and for some reason sometimes control B doesn't put it on the ground, it puts it up above the ground. So I just move that into place. And by the way, the trigger markers, guys, has got no functionality. It's just a piece of thing sitting there. The actual trigger is a square block that's see-through. If you go F5, you will see it. Let me show you. There it is. So that square block sitting there is the actual trigger. If I can come closer. There it is, that yellow square block. There's a bale trigger there, as well as a listen to me, bale trigger. There's a trigger there for the wool. Good. And then last but not least, the sawmill. I've put the whole sawmill here for you guys. You can delete each of these buildings are separate buildings in the little sawmill thing. If you look on the sawmill, you can delete each building. If you don't like it, remove it. Once again, there's two triggers, one here by the wood chips, and the other one is here by the for the logs. And these things all work, guys. Let me just give you an example. If you drop a few logs here, there you go. You go to the sell point, press R. So there you go. Logs is sold. So all of these things work. You just need to move them into position on your own map. And then the rest of the map is your blank canvas. There it is. A 2x map with boundaries and everything set already. Background scenery, everything in place so you can enjoy, make your own map, move these things into place, and you've got a working map. As easy as that, guys. So simple. I couldn't make it more simple for you. And then the last thing, guys, I've customized the sound for you as well. If you're a kind of guy that like to put your own sounds in the map, very simple. Just want to quickly show you these things we can close. Yo, I've made my mouse now out of game too sensitive. Good. So in the map, you will find under the maps directory is the sound file. There it is, the sound i3D. The sounds you can modify here. That's the general, the default sounds of everything. I won't suggest to play too much with those, but what you can modify here is in the i3D itself. If you open the i3D in Giants Editor, you'll find all the sounds in here and play with these to your heart's content. There you go. There's all the fauna, the birds, there's the environment sounds, whatever. If you, for instance, go into birds and bird whatever, there it is. If you press F, it will be there. So you can modify these to your heart's content and change the settings here, how many hours they must play, and add some and take away some as you want. You can also, if you want to add sounds to it, just giving you guys some unnecessary tips. Some of you will probably find it boring. Open with Notepad++. If you open it here, you can actually add your own sounds to the map by replacing some of these, you know, with your own sounds, and then you'll just change the directory here to your map directory. And remember, with the map directory, you only work from your map folder, so it will be whatever your map folder's directory from there on forward. And that's it, guys. And stay in the same directory as your i3D, and then you don't have to go anything else than just the name of the file or the folder. If you put your sounds in the sounds folder, just go sounds like this, and then obviously the sound. Anyways, I talk too much. Great, guys. So that is the new extreme map or start map from B0B's, and I hope you guys enjoy that, and thank you so much for sticking with me and watching. And once again, for all my supporters, thank you so much. If you haven't considered supporting me yet, do please jump on my Patreon page. The links are always in the description. Also, I've got a PayPal account where you can support me. I really appreciate, guys. And have a wonderful, awesome day, man. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.